For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. We don't lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. Start the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We're repping our team, standing side by side. We don't lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. Start the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh solo. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. We don't lose, we carry that blue. Talk Chelsea, sleep Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel.
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. I am concerned because I've been busy working on the system since 2 a.m. and it doesn't look like I've been able to solve it successfully. Maybe when more panelists join me here, I'd log out, reboot the system, maybe it gets better. But that's by the way. More importantly, welcome to the Blue Morning Show. I do hope you're all doing well, and I hope you've recovered very well from that meltdown. Yeah, the fan base yesterday, it was crazy. All of a sudden, Enzo Maresca became the most loved man on planet Earth. And I wasn't surprised because people were concerned that, yeah, definitely we're losing him to Manchester City, but I was never concerned. But that's by the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We're firing. It looks like we're going to fire Nightbot very soon. We're hiring a new chat police called Mod Mana. Very interesting one indeed. But I do hope you're all doing well, most importantly. Today we will do a combined 11 of Newcastle United and Chelsea Football Club. But I think it's important. It only fair. You say it only makes sense for us to start with the Enzo Maresca story because people did run wild yesterday. All the Furies popping up left, right, up and center, cussing the life out of the SDs and the owners. My goodness, I wasn't shocked because it's a Chelsea thing, but I knew. It was all absolute nonsense, and I was so disappointed in David Armstrong himself. He knew about it all the while and had to say it at the moment when there was already something going on. He lost. I'm not sure I'm going to respect him in the same measure that I've respected him before. Pay attention to what I'm going to say again. He did say that it's nothing fresh. That the interest, had been there before he said what he said yesterday. Yeah, that was more like pouring fuel on fire. I'm not sure I respect him. That's at the same measure that I respected him before. I was so disappointed because I just want to move on from it. But I knew it was absolute horse dung. It just didn't make sense to me, and I didn't buy it. And I did make a post. I made a post on X telling people, basically saying that this is absolute horse dung. But that's by the way. I'm gonna get on to saying hello to those of you in the chat, and I appreciate you all finding the time to join the conversation this particular morning. It's still 6:17 a.m. CST. I do hope you're all having a good time today. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. 9 likes already. I do hope we can do much better than that. Let's see what else we have. Quite a few comments. A lot of them reputation. Probably what led to the system freezing because I was trying out the new police chat police, and it wasn't straightforward. But that's by the way. Let's see who is here. A real human. Big up to you, to my brother. I appreciate you finding the time to join the conversation this particular morning. And he says, "Big up everyone, especially my fellow H place. Be specific. It's negative place, people, and I'm not with you." Yep. Yep, keep the blue flag flying high. Chichi, nice to see you. Glad that you like the song. I appreciate you. Big up to you, to Patrick Joyce. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and thank you for joining the conversation. And we also do have good morning, happy 20th birthday to me. Wow, okay. I'm gonna record it. If you lied to me, and this is gonna freeze my system because I've been struggling to get it up and running since 2 a.m. But I'm gonna pop the balloon for you anyway, and the fireworks anyway. Happy birthday to you, Mabast. Thank you for joining the conversation. If you lied to me, if I catch you, you see, it's slowing down my system. But anyway, happy birthday to you. All right. Once again, Mabas, you have it. I I suspect you just wanted me to pop the balloon and then let go of the fireworks for you, but no problem. If I find out you lied to me, you're in trouble. All right, let's see. Who else do we have here? Maresca send a warning to the board. Again, you don't start that nonsense once again, honestly. Don't start it. Happy birthday, Mabas from Ebro. And who else do we have here? As small as you are, you big up. Thank you so much. Fundamentally Blue, I appreciate you finding the time to join the conversation this particular morning. And my bro, IB Downwana Kake. Always nice to see you there. I saw Crystal Palace qualified for the knockout playoffs round after a 2-2 draw to who? Cup. So how'd you pronounce that? Big up from Trinidad and Tobago. My friend, when I came to America, we worked in the warehouse at the time. What's his name? Ainsley. Yep, I love them. A good guy. Kachila, I'm not lying. I'm serious. Okay, jokes aside, once again, happy birthday to you. I appreciate you finding time to join the conversation. So, anybody here that I haven't said hello to, the media just cannot keep Chelsea out of their mouth. Yep. And that's why one of Two Faces song, one of his songs is one of my favorite songs. If nobody talks about you, then you're nobody. Something whether a lie, I've been a true. I can't quite remember that song, but I loved it at the time. Yep. Another big game that's going to be played this weekend is Everton versus Arsenal. My team against the leaders. Huge game. I agree. No worries, bro. Much love to you. Big up. And Shanks, nice to see you. I appreciate you finding time to join the conversation. Let's see. Anybody else? I think I'm all caught up. Jay, I have you on the panel. Big up to you. I'm quite sure you're paying attention to what's going on. And I told you guys yesterday, I didn't know whether you saw it, that I don't believe it. It's absolute nonsense. And David Onston, come on. He can do better than that. He knew before he said what he said yesterday that, yeah, the interest had always been there. Yeah, and probably when he realized he's caused a lot of problems, that was why when he felt obliged to say, yeah, nothing fresh. But let's hear you, Jay.
Yeah, big up, coach. Big
Big
up the
up to you too,
chat.
my bro.
And yeah, a very happy birthday to my boss, the most active person in the chat. Hope you have a
Mm.
great birthday, bro. Yes, I think it's hard to not notice what's going on, with Chelsea. I think everybody has to notice who's anywhere related to the club. And it's chaos, man. There's not a single peaceful day with this club. As you mentioned that it is one of media's favorite topic, and I think anyone who wants to, elevate himself or his agency, they will surely uh, put their chance with Chelsea, and they will get highlighted. So that's a tendency of the media. This is a little particular case, and yeah, people are talking a lot. I have been talking. Fans have been worried, and there is some substance to this news, but obviously it's not 100% correct. Maresca's
I mean, it was
comments
overblown.
genuinely it was, and Maresca's comments in the press conference, I think that has helped a lot. That has kind of given this whole saga a direction, a particular direction, which is a little bit more healthy for the club in the current at least. But I'll say this that let's not assume now out all of a sudden that David Ornstein is a joke or is a kid. He's one of the most reliable journalists. 99% of his news has meaning. It has been in the past. We have always ourselves mentioned that if it's not Fabrizio or Ornstein, and especially Ornstein, then we are not going to take things seriously. Now that it's Ornstein, we cannot really suddenly switch and say that he's also one of the, you know, those type of guy. Now there is some deep conversation that needs to be done on this whole chapter. I think there are multiple dimensions in which we can interpret, and if you ask my opinion, I think there is some reality to it. The reality is not that he's going to leave us, but the reality might be that the agent of Enzo Maresca, George Mendes, I think there is something that has been played by Maresca, his team, and George Mendes, which is in his favor, which I think I want to term it as a power play. It's not necessary that they want to leave Chelsea, but it is something that they have done to strengthen their position or back the manager. They want to indirectly put a message out there, not necessarily to the owners or anyone particular, but a message out there that they are in a position where they can also negotiate things if they are not totally backed or if you think that we are for a joke. I do think that it's not a coincidence that he's hired uh, or he's changed an agency to George Mendes, and there is no coincidence that he's very close to the board of Man City, executives of Man City. I think there has been some game being played here. The risk of him leaving, I think that has been played down by Maresca himself, but it has strengthened his position at Chelsea to certain degrees. And I think his particular team has done fantastic for himself because he's in a position of not losing now. He's going to win. It's a win-win for him. That's what I think.
Let's get something straight, Jay. That is just your opinion, right? And the chances are you're right. Chances are you're
Yeah.
correct, right? And it's a
Obviously, it's an
possibility because
opinion. Yeah.
agents they do that. They
Yeah.
let their you can say their client do you can say focus on their the job they're supposed to be doing while they take the heat by you can say sponsoring such thing, send a message like you phrased it. Chances are that isn't the case. Chances are it is, but we don't know. So it's important to mention to people that it's just an opinion. But go ahead.
Yeah, and look, it's again, you mentioned it rightly that it's an opinion. Opinions are there to be right or wrong. Only time tells it, right? That is the thing about opinions. You are not stating
Sorry,
facts
what's the
because
name
you
of the
can't.
agent again?
George Mendes, he's changed his agency.
Judgment, because somebody is asking in the chat. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he is close to the executive directors or something technical of the Man City board, and I see some kind of, there are two big things to just call them coincidence. And it's a time we are close to the January transfer window as well. So these are too many things to just term as coincidence and move up. I think there is something that has been done, and they have done particularly well. Now it's only time that will tell what really is the result of all this. Because if the board members of Chelsea, owners of Chelsea, are egoistic or something they are not going to tolerate, which we have seen in the past, then this is not going to work, for a long time. This will break somewhere, maybe the summer transfer window. But if they are caring for the club, if they're looking for the betterment of Chelsea, if they want stability for the club, then I think Enzo Maresca, they should stick with Enzo Maresca. Now, I want to clear that I'm not the biggest fan of Enzo Maresca. He has made certain mistakes in his Chelsea time, uh, in particular matches, which I couldn't really understand till date. And he has come out and taken accountability of those matches or those actions as well. So I'm not his biggest fan, but I also know that for stability, for a club like Chelsea with young players, for stability, it is very important to stick to one person, his methodology, his tactics, and continue for the future. And one thing is for sure that Enzo Maresca knows how to work with young players and young squad. Whether good or not, he is one of the best out there for young squad like Chelsea. And even if we sack, don't see many coaches out there who are fit for Chelsea. Big names won't come to us, and the amateurs one is a gamble because you're not sure how they're going to perform with Chelsea. All those things are even all those things are speculation, so we can't really talk too much in the future. But right now, what the current situation is, I told you that it's kind of a game that he has played, his agency and he, to strengthen their position, to tell them that he's not a joke, and you have to give me some kind of backing so that this thing can work.
I'm. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I see this whole thing. I was never concerned, even when it was just about his comments when people were debating whether he was directed at the owners of the SDs or whether he was, you could say, just not happy with the press and all that. I just don't want to look beyond that, honestly. Maybe it's just the sort of person I am, but I'm just happy the way he handled it today during the presser. He basically poured water on it, and I think a lot of the a lot of the outlets and maybe the Twitter Junos that wanted it to continue to flare up. I think some of them would be a lot of them would be disappointed, and I'm happy he did that. I knew again. I knew he was going to end today. I wasn't. A lot of people were expecting a lot of back and forth, him not being happy, responding angrily. If you were on X yesterday, you'd see them saying the presser is going to be blockbuster, blah 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 blah, blah, and he wasn't. It was just seemed like pouring ice water on it, ice cold water on it, and that's it. Some of them, honestly, I believe will not be happy. But that's by the way. Let's see what people in the chat what they have to say. The UK government mentioned that Chelsea day before yesterday, and yesterday's news comes out of nowhere. The manager is wanted by Man City. Yeah, but here's and something else. Even the David Onston report himself did have part of it that reads something to the effect of if Pep leaves in the summer, but nobody wants to talk about that as that part of that particular report, and that's because once they start reading it, the part that you can say got to them is the part that reads that they have him high on their list as one of the candidates to replace Pep Guardiola. Not only a few paid attention to the fact that he said if I'm allowed to remix that, I'd say only if Pep Guardiola leaves next summer. And even as subsequent reports made it clear that Pep's contract extends beyond the summer. And Pep himself doesn't want to get into that conversation yet. So that's just how emotions can, you could say, impair one's judgments and not allow the individual to really understand what's going on. And probably people took it and ran with it and were cursing the life out of the SDs and the owners and were going at each other. It was just funny. But it's a Chelsea thing. But thank you for that. Let's see what else we have here. Wasn't it Mendes that got Joao Felix and Neto to Chelsea and now Maresca? I think we do have a good relationship with him, but here's the thing: relationship or not, it's all about money. Yeah, he's a super agent, and yeah, he's Mourinho's agent too, isn't he, Jay? I heard he is. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And we have Mike G in the house in Rich Money Makers. Big up, Coach. Well spoken, Jay. The SDs hasn't helped him out, and wanted new CBs and not experienced CBs with some experience, not potential. I want to keep our coach Chesterton. They want to keep him too. He's done a good job, and I don't think they would want to lose him. But here the notion of maybe the argument or what how I'm not sure how accurately to phrase it, that yeah, I think we're just blaming them for everything without you could say not without knowing what exactly is going on there. Especially you, Rich Money Maker. I love you, but dang it, man, you do love having a go at the SDs. Our owners are very stubborn. You see, that's what it's going to lead to right now. All right. I've been told that Strasbourg's coach wants a more experience, semi SHIT. But happy birthday, Trevor. And I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. I'm going to go news hunting, hear a lot of what the managers, what he had to say during the presser, some interesting stuff that answered some of the questions that some of you may have. He says, Coach, I think it was the Bluetooth game who said that I am too old to play for Chelsea. I don't remember, and I don't care really. You told me you're 20, and I believe you're 20. I'm not your parents, and I didn't actually suspect otherwise. I believed you when you told me that was the case. The only question I had was whether it was truly your birthday today, or whether you just want me to pop the balloon like you've always wanted to. So here's Enzo Maresca responding. He says Enzo Maresca confirms he will remain at Chelsea next season. Absolutely, he says. Yes, I have contract until 2029. It's speculation. 100%. I don't have nothing to add. I don't pay attention to those nonsense. So for me, irrespective of what anybody makes of it or what you believe was going on, I think for me that's it. That's the end of it. Some Chelsea fans I know will not be happy. Some wanted him gone for reasons I don't understand. And when you ask them to explain why, they tell you the football is boring, which I do not want to get into. But that's, by the way, we're going news hunting now to address some of the comments from his presser. I don't think there's nothing else to talk about with regards to his future. I knew that was never an issue yesterday. If anything, I was actually at some point, you know, I did lean towards believing what Jay's theory, which is a possibility. You never know. But I'm that sort of person because I don't work for the club, and those that have presented their respective opinions to me don't work for the club either. I'm always skeptical. Hardly ever have I looked at something and say, yeah, it's definitely that way. After saying there's a chance that may well be, that could be the case, I look at the other side and say, oh, maybe the other one. Because all we can do is speculate. None of us works for the club. I don't know. Jay, you get my opinion, right?
Yeah, just want to conclude this topic. I think even before Maresca's presser, I think last night I was waiting for this one guy. He's a very close City. He's an old City fan, and he's very close to the inner members of the City hierarchy. And he gets things like 99% of the time. He's not an in the know guy. He's not going to tell you what is the new thing, but he's going to confirm that whether how much of substance is there in any news that has been linked to City. So I do trust him, and I was watching his stream, and that was a moment where all those worries about me that I was having about Maresca leaving was ended, because he straightforwardly in the first sentence said that it is a whole lot of bollocks. There's no truth in this story, and it is everything to do with Maresca and David Ornstein and his agency. City are not at all seriously considering Maresca, and he's not going to be the successor of Pep Guardiola if he leaves the next season or after.
Be there for a few more years, really.
So yeah, they are not taking it seriously. So it is not linked with City. That's all I can say. It is something between the agent Maresca and, as I told you, the thing that I believe in. I still think that that
Mhm.
is the truth because City are not really considering it. It's something that I think the agent has kind of paid David Ornstein for this, something to that aspect.
I mean, they're all brown envelopes.
Yeah, ultimately it is, and I think this particular news or
You could
article
say
has kind
if you
of
want
put
to just be
David.
fair to a certain measure, you could just say they do each other favors every now and then. Just
Definitely,
let me
and I
put
think
this
this
out
one
there, and
also
that's it.
puts David Ornstein also in those, brackets or those sections of people that can be paid or bought.
All right, look at it. The new the guy that's gonna take over from Nightbot. His name is Maud Mana. Maud Mana. You can tag him at Mod Manor and ask a question. It will find the answer to the question and present it to you. As we got through with the production of our web app, I decided maybe we should work on something to help us police the chat, more intelligent than something more intelligent than Nightbot. And it looks like he's done a good job so far because I asked a question, when is our next game? And he just responded saying, Carabao Cup semis away at Newcastle tomorrow. Okay, well, we're at Newcastle tomorrow. We're taking that trophy home, bro. Proper Charles. Okay, it's trying to prove that it's smart, but I think it has some mistakes there. Hopefully, he will get better. But that's by the way. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I'll be nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the conversation this morning. Um, let's see. This kid, I loved him a lot, and I wanted him to stay at Chelsea. I remember his first game. I nearly lost my voice hyping him. But it is what it is. The kid wanted to leave and wanted to be playing week in, week out. And we heard at the time that, yeah, he was a Newcastle fan from as a kid. Lewis Hall isn't 100% according to my Newcastle sources. He's not, yeah, might not play. Even Livermore, I heard, isn't 100% too, but I don't know. I'm not sure what to believe. Let's see. Neto has equaled his best career goals tally already this season, 6 goals in total. Garnacho already has 4 goals in 876 minutes in all competitions this season. He scored 11 in 3,569 minutes for United last season. Both wingers could break their personal records by the end of the season. Yeah, they're working under a better manager and they're happier. I mean, duh. When you're happy, I mean, you can move mountains. Um, Chelsea and Manchester City ships are very similar. I'm not sure what to make of that particular report there. So let's see anything interesting here. All right, sources say that Chelsea have been very happy with the job Maresca has been doing and backed him during bad runs of form last season and this season also committing to the 2-year review plan. They also say they have a list of potential replacements. Nothing new there. That's what clubs do. Potential successes for Maresca, but stress it is what every club tries to do over their staff and players. You have to have plan B. If you don't have plan A or plan B, I mean, you could find yourself in serious trouble if your manager decides to quit mid-season or something like that, but I'm sure he's staying, and I like it that they're very open. Yeah, like yeah, we are looking at contingents in case you decide that's it for you. You want to leave us. I'm not concerned about that really. It's normal. Just like the majority of Chelsea players, Maresca was given a long-term deal on joining from Leicester City. His agreement runs until 2029 with an option in place for Chelsea to extend it by another 12 months. It will not be easy for anyone to prize him away from Chelsea. And it's a good thing that if you're doing a good job, they will let you know, yeah, we're watching. And they do reward you. They they've proven again, shown that yeah, they reward how if you do well, that they are going to reward you. So I'm happy about that. Sources insist there is a sense of calm in business as usual. Basically, the plan has not changed. The intention to hold a review into everything at Chelsea, including Maresca, at the end of the season. So around late May or early June, it remains. That's the structure, and I think it's a huge security from the club's perspective. Yeah. One source said there had been no falling out or disagreement leading up to Maresca's outburst. He remained vague over who he was referring to, yet the theory that there are problems behind the scenes that did not dissipate with Maresca's unconvincing answers. But today's was straight. He didn't beat about the bush. He said it straight up. Yeah, I'm happy here. I have a contract that runs until 2029. I'm not going anywhere. The 100%. I'll be here next season. So what else do they want him to see to say to believe that yeah, he's staying here? Maybe he wants. They want him to come kiss them all, hug them one by one, and kiss them and say, "Hey, I'm staying." I'm not sure, Jay. Let's hear your thoughts if you have anything to add to that.
uh, Look, I think we talked about it. The moment those comments of 48 hours came out, I think we discussed. We had different opinions on this.
Mhm.
I told you that I think he is indirectly targeting or sending a message to the directors or the owners. And one reason for that could be that in the next conference, it was very easy for him because it's a habit. We all know that Maresca is one of those person whenever there is doubts or something is going on, he will come in the very next press conference and clear it out. But surprisingly, he chooses not to directly kill the rumors on that day. And he's when asked about the sporting directors and owners, he didn't directly address it. Rather, he gave it like that he is happy with the fans or for the fans and the club, and didn't really directly address the statement that was asked in the media. So that solidifies for me that there was some issues. Maybe he was questioned over that Atlanta game, and to which he was not happy. Maybe he could understand the fans, but I think he was not expecting it from the directors or the owners per se, because I think he understood that he's doing a decent job of what he could with the limited resources, with the inexperienced squad that he have. The second 11 that is the bench players are not that strong enough to win every match, and hence I thought he was feeling that he will at least get that understanding from the board members, which I think he was questioned, and that is where the anger comes out. But I think all things have been settled, and yeah, I think everybody understand, Maresca, the board members, that this time of the year is not going to help or going to do good for both the club or for themselves. And it is essential if there are any concerns or doubts over the relationship, it should be addressed at the end of the season rather than at this crucial point of time when we are halfway through the season and this young player, this young squad uh, will get negatively influenced if things like this are going on uh, in the news. And hence, I think it is judicious, and they did well. I think they have killed it. Maresca's today's press conference is exactly in that direction, that he does not want too much of a huss and puff, and he wants to work in silence. I still think there are some issues, but I think everybody has agreed that they will see or address it at the end of the season and not right now.
Yeah, here's the thing. I just wanted to say that his response for me is as specific as can be. He could have just said, you know what, I'm happy here. I'm not concerned. Everything is fine. And leave it at that. But he went to the extent of making it clear he's still be here next season. He doesn't have to say, he could have just said, we're fine. We have a review scheduled for the end of the season. And yeah, we'll go from there, but he made it clear that he'd be here next season. He didn't have to. And
But
that's my
coach,
opinion, by the way. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 45
coach,
people following the show on YouTube. In total, 50 people, 45 on YouTube. The rest are shared between X and Facebook, where equally Coachella doesn't know, but we can do a lot better than 16 likes. So please, if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Remember, if after uh, okay, following the UEFA, that means we. I'm a bit difficult for me. Probably you typed that in a hurry, so I'm sorry. I can't stress myself trying to read that through because yeah, you typed it in a hurry and in the process made a few mistakes there. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's see what else we have here. Maresca also said that Estevao could be back for Aston Villa game. What date is that? Is that the game after? Let me
yeah, I think
check.
it's the very next game.
The very next game. That's the game after the Newcastle game,
Yeah,
which means it's actually here already.
yeah, I think it's on the 24th or 23rd, 24th, I think.
I
Let
mean,
me
I
check.
mean, this gap around
Uh,
5 days.
no, I think it's 3 or 4. Let me check.
Okay, tomorrow, Saturday.
But anyways, it's a good news that he's not gone for long and he's been back.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
good news. You can see,
oh,
yeah.
there is time. There is time. It's on the 27th.
So let me look at that. Oh, on the 27th. So we played
Yes.
today. We played on Saturday, which is what date again? And then on the 27th. That's like yeah, that's like 6 days plus.
Yeah, considering how we're playing matches every 3 days, this is big for us.
Yeah, it
7 days
is.
is
It
quite
is.
big.
Yeah. Coach No mention of Lavia. I thought they said he will be back in December, and now Maresca as asking for a midfield. The kid is cooked. I think they will. They're not gonna be in a hurry to sell him because he's still very young. Usually, young players they do have the tendency to outgrow whatever injury, or maybe injuries that have plagued them. I mean, you can mention Christian Pulisic. He hardly ever gets injured these days. I remember the case of Ian Robben at Chelsea. He was always injured. And I think that was one of the main reasons why we sold him. And yeah, but at a certain point, he outgrew it. I'm just using that term. It's not a medical term, but it just looks like as if at a certain age, footballers don't get injured easily. Or they are I'm not sure. Let me not just gaslight you because I'm not a doctor, but you get it. But the rest is history if you follow the Ian Robbins career. Um, Ebro here says, Coach, no mention of, okay, I've read that one and I've addressed it. Hi to you too. Coco Melon, but sorry if I butchered your name. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well and thank you for joining the conversation. I can't wait to see this kid back. So you could argue, Jay, he was at probably you could say nursing the injury, which was why he didn't play that much. They were uh, resting him to see if he'd recover to it from it, but he didn't because I don't. There are games that he didn't start that we won. We questioned why we were asking questions why he didn't start because it didn't make sense that he didn't start. He didn't play the previous game before that one, so I think now. Probably I suspect he had the injury, but they were cautious and trying to rest him and see if he recovers. But your thoughts, Jay?
Could be. This just make a little bit of sense about the Atlanta game. Look, he just played a few minutes. He did play a few minutes against Everton, I think, from the bench.
Mhm.
And obviously, there wasn't any signs that he was struggling a bit, but he must have had some, incident or something he must have felt during that game against Everton, and hence he was, not being included in the bench or in the squad at all against Cardiff. which was a game where we were expecting him to start.
Mhm.
Uh, but this could be this could be a thing that he must be feeling something around the Atlanta game. But we he might have, and even Maresca might have ignored it because it wasn't that big of an issue. But he must have been feeling. But he was given some rest. I don't know against Atlanta, and they risked him
Because
or they
we
tried
thought
it.
he was going to start that game.
Yeah, against Atlanta, he we were expecting him to start as we always feel that he should be starting the UCL games. He has been good in that tournament. Uh,
Yep, yep.
but he didn't even come when we were losing from the bench at all. So there must be something. And then he might have felt that now I'm okay, and he played some minutes against Everton, and that might have created a damage that they were kind of protecting against Atlanta. So there must be something that was going prior to the Everton game. Now I kind of can feel it.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
it's good that he's coming back quite early because this could have, turned into something big. I thought he was out for the December.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a long season. We'll still see him quite a lot. Yeah, but I'm just happy, yeah, that he'll be back in a few days. Um, let's see. Just give me 1 second. Let me take care of. Sorry, guys. My boy walked into the office here. Can you promise you will be at Chelsea next season? Maresca, absolutely yes. That's even actually a promise. He made a promise. He didn't just respond to a question, but he made a promise. So that is good. Darren Benton, Thiago Silva, with the experience that he's got, I would bring him back in some capacity. Now he might have a more of a coaching role at Chelsea. I think if he comes back to Chelsea, it'd be in non-footballing capacity, in my opinion. It's really that simple. I look, as bad as people think we are. Our defensive line isn't actually that bad. It's just all of them staying fit and the manager picking the right pairing. Um, that's just my opinion anyway. But Jay, let's hear you. I've said we don't need him, except if we're bringing him as more again in a more like in a mentorship role. I'd take him anytime, any day. The players respect him. If he speaks, the dressing room will listen. But let's see what the club does. Chances are we're not even considering it. But let's hear you, Jay.
Uh, I agree. I think Chelsea would agree or might want him for the coaching role or something in that capacity. But Silva wants to play. I think he's made that clear that he wants. He still believes that he's got 1 or 2 years in him uh, at the top of the European football, and that could be a reason that he does not come to Chelsea, or agreement cannot be made because we might want him as the coaching role, and he still wants to play. And I could see him uh, playing at some of the London clubs. It could be West Ham, Palace, Brentford. I don't know. Some of the London clubs. I think there is a strong chance that he could go there. Uh, you know my personal opinion. I have shared that it would be good. It will be really good, and I think there's nothing to lose for Chelsea. It's a win-win situation for Chelsea to bring him, even if he plays a few games. Let's say out of 38 league games, he's playing just 3 games, or maybe starting a few of the league games here and there. And I compared it with the John Terry role in 2017 under Antonio Conte, where we won the Premier League. I think this could be a similar situation, but I also know the practicality of the situation, and the owners are quite practical. They will see a resale value in everything, and I don't see anything of resale in Thiago Silva. So that's where the agreement might break, or this situation could just not turn out as some of the Chelsea fans are expecting it to be.
Yeah, thank you so much. And he's saying I asked more. Mod Mana, how reliable is Dante's Wi-Fi, and I got no response. Maybe he's still learning it to answer non-footballing question because but I tried to put it in a manner that whatever question you ask, it will try to respond. If it doesn't know, it will let you know. But let's wait and see. It's still learning. Probably will be slow. I love Thiago, but he's not coming back as a player we have moved on. Also, another CB does these. Another CB. Does this mean Maresca isn't sold on Sa and Salmino? We don't know. Here's the thing, and if the reason, I think I read something or maybe watched a video that suggests the reason he wants us to play in Europe is to see if he'd get a chance to also represent Brazil one more time at the World Cup. But I don't think Chelsea is that place. But never say never. I can only speculate. I don't work for the club, but we'll find out. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 44 people still following the show. We have 50 plus, but we still stuck in 16 likes. We can do a lot better than that. Let's see. Throwback to when that is more like okay. Enzo Maresca confirms he will be at Chelsea. I think we've addressed that particular comment right there. Enzo Maresca, the only thing that we can do is to try and service the players. We can do that day by day with extra sessions. We do many sessions with strikers and wingers to try and improve them. A lot of work. A lot of work, and I'm happy from with the improvements that I'm seeing from Garnacho. We've heard the stories of him staying behind after training sessions and training for more hours before going home. That makes me happy, and long may he continue in that trajectory. But yeah, anything else? Enzo Maresca on Man City rumors. This is important also. We didn't read that aspect. I know that it is 100% speculation. I have a contract here until 2029, and my focus is about this club. I am very proud to be here. That's a very delicious aspect of that comment right there. 1 week ago, it was the same with Juventus. I don't pay attention. And if you remember, rumors did emerge that Juve were looking to sign him. You remember that, right? That they were considering him. I do remember that. But let's hear you. Did you not hear that, Jay?
I'm not sure, coach. I'm not really sure about this thing. I think I missed it. I
Yeah,
can't
I did
recall it.
see. Yeah, I did. I remember reading the Juventus rumors. I think even from 2 months ago, actually. It's been there for a
I think
while.
these are the general rumors. I think it has always been there that some kind of rumors that he'd always like to go back to Italy, and obviously the big 3 or 4 clubs are Juventus, Milan, and Napoli ones. I think that's general rumors with him because he's an Italian, so it's supposed that he will want to go back to his home country. Just because Sarri wanted, to go and he felt homesick here at England doesn't mean that Maresca would like to
I
go.
hope he's still enjoying the home. You know why I'm asking that question, right?
Yeah, he regretted it. He still says
Yeah.
in interview that that was a mistake.
I think the pressure from the fan base got to him. They never, you could say, warmed up to him. Some do. I think the locals then, the more traditional fans then, those that understand football were willing to give him a chance and saw what he was doing, and he
He
worked.
was
Even he was
he
so
was
good at what he
decent.
does that we actually outseated City. We outplayed
Yeah,
City in their app with again. I will not forget that game. But go ahead, Jay.
I think we started the season really good under him. We were top or top two, I think, for a very long period. And in the second half, I think there were some defeats and a bit of a downward trajectory, but still we finished in a respectful position, and I think he was good as well. I found a lot of similarities between Enzo Maresca at Chelsea and Sarri's time at Chelsea. There's a lot of similarities in the style of play, in the goods and bads, and I think similar response by the fan base as well, which we saw for Sarri is something similar that we see for Enzo Maresca as well. But he was unlucky. I think the fans were not in total support for him, and I think the final nail was that he felt homesick. Obviously, the fans not being supportive of him also contributed to the fact that he felt homesick.
Roman was willing to keep him. Yeah, they didn't want him gone. But here's the thing: he didn't help himself either. You could say he's that sort of manager, very bent on doing things the way he wants it done, irrespective of whether it's working or not. the difference is that Maresca knows how to be pragmatic when he needs to. Sarri doesn't. Sarri, it is
Yeah,
that particular approach or nothing. I think some Chelsea fans didn't like that. It was
yeah, he was a firm
beautiful,
believer.
easy on the eyes, enjoyable, but at the same time, he couldn't do things differently when we played against managers that knew exactly what we were gonna do and were ready for it. But go ahead, what you were saying.
Yeah, I think he was a firm believer of what his style was, and he was not really going to, bargain and change
Mhm.
anything just because. And I think most of the coaches do that. It's not a game. If you're really getting influenced by the fans uh, of what they like and what they want, then I don't think you can build a strong personality and philosophy at the very top level. It's strong. It's important for them to stick to their principles. But it's good that Maresca has the flexibility within his own structure and philosophy.
Yeah, he has a lot of flexibility actually that sometimes people get confused. You'd have to pay attention to the average positioning of the players to be able to figure out the structure we use or how a player apply themselves on the day. But that's, by the way, Maya the rapper. Thank you so much for finding the time to be part of the conversation and also reposting the stream on X. Sincerely do appreciate that. And Ibrahimi, my bro, says, I like our chances against Newcastle. No Dan Burn, Livermento, or Kieran Trippier. On paper, we look strong, but again, these are the type of games, the traps, yeah, type of games we stumble on. Yeah, that's why I said before, I hate to hear that the opposition is depleted. I don't like that ever. That's when I get concerned. Or when I start hearing Chelsea fans saying we're definitely going to um, we're definitely going to mop the stadium carpet with the opposition. That's when I get concerned. But when I hear, yeah, they're gonna beat us, yeah, they're gonna smash us, yeah, we don't have a chance. I usually tell people, yeah, we're definitely winning this one. Just give me a second. I need to take care of this quickly. Um, yeah, let's see. Give me a second. 1 second, people. Yeah, 5 seconds, and I'm still saying 1 second. All right, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the conversation. It's still 7:05 a.m. CST, my time. 1 second. More likes, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. We'll get into the game proper in a bit. And I'm going to use the Juju predictor so we all can see what it predicts will be the outcome of the game. Let's see. What else do we have here? Okay. Enzo Maresca, Liam Delap, and Dario Esugo will probably be available for the Aston Villa game, but we learned there was a further, again, subsequent report suggesting that Esugo definitely January. He's not going to be available for selection for the Aston Villa game. We knew before time that Liam Delap, his return date was changed or was updated to late December, and you could argue we're there. There were some moments when maybe Chelsea and Enzo Maresca were not 100% aligned, but this can be part of foot. These things happen, yeah. At the same time, Chelsea are quite happy with the work Maresca is doing. Shocking. Um, Listen, these things happen. Even I've worked for organizations that I didn't want to leave, even though I hated my boss. Yeah, maybe you could. Let's say I'm not saying he hates his bosses, but I've worked for organizations where I hated my boss, but because I had good rapport with my co-workers, subordinates, immediate bosses, I loved it and didn't want to go anywhere. So yeah, and some these things happen. Sometimes you want to do something one way, and and your boss wants it done differently. That could lead to you sometimes not being happy. But yeah, it shouldn't be like that. What I can say is that Chelsea at the moment are not looking to get rid of Maresca at all cost. Maresca at all, also because Maresca is doing a very good job. There's an appreciation from Man City, yes, but we don't have to forget is that Maresca is under contract at Chelsea, and he seems happy. He said it. He's happy. So I'm not sure why some people actually do want the club to fire him. Yeah, some people do want the club to fire him, and that's surprising, really. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way, and please help me again continue with the experiment and building. We are building a custom chat police application. It's proven that it works to a certain extent. But please, if you can, just tag at um, Mod Manor or Mod Manor. Mod Manor is a more accurate pronunciation, and ask a Chelsea related football question. Let's see if it answer. Not just a random question. Chelsea are really happy with Enzo Maresca, but one coach they appreciate because he is already part of the Blue Core group is Liam Rosenio, who is doing a great job at Strasbourg, but it's just an appreciation of someone they know internally. Here's the thing, I get it. That's how usually things work in the corporate world, but it's a serious risk. It's a serious risk in the sense that yeah, he's done well as he's done in League One. In the French league, that's not the Premier League. The Premier League is a different animal, and I'm not sure how else to phrase it, but you get the point. So, do I think he's a good manager? I think he's done things that's proven to me that he's an excellent manager. But one thing I've actually noticed is that yeah, he doesn't know how to be pragmatic. I've seen them lose games or draw games from a winning position. Not once, not twice, not three times, not four times. I think more than 10 times. But he's still very young, and I think eventually as he becomes more experienced, he'll learn how to be pragmatic when needed. I wanted to check something here. What is it? Okay, to send something to Tabea. Give me 1 second here. So, bear, give me 1 second. I'll send it to you. So, we still have 39 people following the show and 21 likes. I do know and I believe we should be doing a lot better than that. So, if you haven't, please take a second, drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And once again, it is the Blue Morning Show. All right, let's see. I got your back, Tobago. Let's get the likes up, people. The likes do go a long way. 21 likes, you can do a lot better than that. I like him, but I think he needs more experience. If he comes to Chelsea, it'd be a lot more like, yeah, still learning. I think Maresca is more experienced, more proven, in my opinion. There's no other way to phrase it. And they're doing well in the Conference League, actually. Strasbourg remain unbeaten in the Conference League and top of the league table. We're keeping the cup warm for our sister club. Yeah, I hope they win it. I think they will eventually start meeting a much more stronger team as they progress well into the competition. Strasbourg do not intend to be active in the January transfer window. Only Senegalese winger Yaya Diame, 18 years, currently training with Chelsea, is guaranteed to come to. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. All right, let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Is my system frozen? It's not. Was it really? I don't know, but yeah. All right, we have my bro, my South African bro in Table on the panel. Table, big up to you and thank you for finding the time to join me on the panel. Where do you want to come in?
No, I didn't start the show with you guys, but all I can say, since you talk about the Liam Rusinia and Enzo Maresca, like I agree with you. Liam Rusinia is a good coach, but again, coming to Chelsea, I think it's a little bit risky as well. So, but for me personally,
A lot
I
of
would like,
reasons, but I don't think we'll do it anyway. But go ahead.
yeah, but all I can say now, for the sake of Chelsea, I hope Enzo Maresca doesn't leave Chelsea Football Club at the end of the season. Everything goes well this season. We win a trophy. We still secure a top four spot. Then I'll be happy. And in the summer, we address the issues that we have and buy maybe 2 or 3 players, add to what we have, and then we move forward, man. Because I don't want him to go to Manchester. If Pep Guardiola leaves Manchester City and Enzo Maresca goes there, man, I'll be furious because in my life I never seen a rival coach going to the other side. So I don't want that.
Yeah, I agree. But I told you yesterday that he's not going anywhere. It was people, you could say, was just losing their shit for a reason I do not understand. But yeah, let me see. What else do we have here? And Jay is back. I'm going to add him back. And Tobago CFC. I like your new logo, man. It looks good. The Aussies love Liam, but I don't want him. Let's just leave him there to continue growing as a manager. Right now, for me, he's still very inexperienced, and I've watched a game where it was clear that yeah, he's very innovative. Um, but the truth remains, he still has a lot to learn. And to be correct me if I'm wrong, there've been a lot of times where they've lost games from winning positions, and you could argue down to him not knowing how to be pragmatic, and which is something that I think he should learn.
Yeah, I agree with you. They've been frustrating this season. I've watched almost all their games, and then sometimes I've around the game I just switch off the TV because I'm frustrated the way they do things, where they're leading 1-0 and then they bottle the lead, they lose 2-1. So those kind of things. So, but again, I'm thinking it's also is due to the fact that from goalkeeper to striker, they're all kids, right? So no experienced players there. No one is taking accountability. So you see defenders making same errors every game now and then. So that's the other issue at the moment. But let's see, man. But again, I don't think we should go for Lem Resinia. That would be shocking
I
if
mean,
we enter Maresca leaves.
the way what the club said, I think they're just being nice. Uh, they don't want him. They cannot blatantly say they don't want him. He's still not experienced enough. The way they said it, I think that's you can say a very nice way to say, yeah, we're not ready to for him to be our manager at the moment, but I think he will eventually get there if given the opportunity and trusted and allowed to make mistakes and learn from it. But right now, he needs to learn how to be uh, pragmatic when needed. But Jay, I didn't know you have anything to add to that.
No, I think I'll agree with both of you. I think he's a good manager, talented. The talent is there, and hence why he was uh, scouted by the Blue Coat team and placed a heavy opportunity at Strasbourg. And he's did a good job. I think he's done a decent job till this point, uh, integrating and all. We know the stuff with young players. We see it ourselves at Chelsea. So I think he's done a decent job there. But sometimes it's important for such managers at such stage of their life in their professional, coaching career to stay at levels like Strasbourg and that type of level. A bigger jump and a sudden jump often doesn't really materializes into good things. We have seen this with the Tottenham manager, Thomas Frank. I think he was good. He was really good at Brentford. A big jump to Tottenham, and now we're seeing how things are really getting hard for him at Tottenham. I think similar thing could happen
He's
to
looked lost.
Rosinho. Yeah. So I think he should
Yeah,
stay there,
that's
and
one of the reasons why. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think he should stay there and 1 or 2 more years, and I think then the picture will be clear whether he is ready for the job or not, whether at Chelsea or another big club. But right now, I think it's good for him and for Chelsea both that he stays there.
Yeah, I do agree. Honestly, I do agree. He needs to be patient. So let's get to the game proper. Jay, I'm going to start with you. Jay, are you looking forward to this one? Last season, you could argue our last game against them, uh, especially the one that Nicolas Jackson was sent off. It just wasn't our day. We were unlucky. The red card. Which one was it? The game that Nicolas Jackson was sent off, or was it? It wasn't, right?
Yeah, I think it was
He was
Newcastle
sent
away.
off.
Yeah, so are you looking forward to this one? Even with the man down, we were the better side, actually. We played better with the man down, in my opinion. Had opportunities to get an equalizing goal or maybe win, but didn't on the day. But your thoughts, Jay? Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I think we were doing really good in that match. Before that red card, I think we were kind of building that confidence. And yeah, after the red card, Chins obviously had to change. We went down to 10 men, and then they will have the crowd and the motivation of the players on their side. And then they build that momentum with them. So I won't say that we really dominated after the red card, but yeah, we didn't really deserve to lose even after the red card. I think a
Yeah,
draw
we
should
did
have been
well
the fair
enough to
result.
win. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was, I think, proper down to the red card. But look, I'll be honest, I see fixtures as difficult, then I'll tell them that they are going to be hard for Chelsea, and but I will not predict Chelsea for a for a draw or even a defeat. I will not do that. This is one particular game, Newcastle away, which I fear. But in my personal opinion, I think this is one of the hardest stadiums, one of the hardest away trips that you're going to have in the whole of the Premier League season, and especially for Chelsea. It has proved like that, proven like that only. So yeah, before a few days, I think when I, even at the start of the season, when I looked at the calendar and saw the Newcastle game, I was really, in my mind, I had accepted that the most we can get is a draw. Otherwise, a victory is not possible there in my head. Yeah, even though I never predict a defeat for Chelsea, I still am a bit pessimistic whenever we play Newcastle away. But there are changes in consideration this time. I think scenarios have changed a bit, and that goes down to the injuries that Newcastle have, and to some very important players as well. And that gives us a big opportunity to end the curse and to end the streak of defeats at the St James's Park. And I think we can do that because they have got important players out, and we got nearly all our squad and important players fit and rested as well. So I think it's a big opportunity for us to
I mean,
finally get the
I
three
don't
points
bank
there.
on that. You've heard me say before, the weaker the team, the more I'm concerned, really. But go ahead,
Yeah.
what you were saying, Jay.
I think realistically, we can get the 3 points. At our worst, if things go, south shortly, I think still we can hope for a draw. But we should not lose this game at any cost. Considering all the things, we should not lose, and a victory will be really good. And I think this is the most important game, most important game if we are looking forward to the end of the month, because then we are going to have two games at our home with ample enough time in between so the players can be rested as well. So this match might decide the mood of the whole December. It can still change that we did really well this month because we can finish this with three victories, two at home and this one at Newcastle. So this will determine a lot of things.
Yeah, Terrell, are you looking forward to it? I remember, guys, we're going to do a combined 11. A combined 11, Newcastle, Chelsea, combined 11. But Terrell, let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward for the game. And like Jay says, I have injuries at the moment that might play into our hands as well. So let's see what will happen. But again, it depends who start on the left for us. Garnacho, Neto, we don't know yet because I think they're going to play Murphy or Miley as a right back because of the injuries they have. So we must try all means to try to expose that role. And also, I'm not sure whether Nick Pope will be available if Ramsdale is in goal. Ramsdale, all we know that is not good enough. we should capitalize on that. And also, my biggest issue is that we have a bad record away from Newcastle. So that's the issue we're having at the moment. But hopefully, can change tomorrow.
Yeah, for reasons, plenty of reasons, I think it will change. We'll eventually use Juju Predictor to see what it says. It breaks it down. It actually using some statistical languages that I I don't want to get into. But that's by the way. Excuse me. If you're in the chat while I'm setting things up here, if you have any questions, let us know, and we'd be happy to try to address your question tomorrow, Saturday. I'm going to try and open the game. Jesus Christ, this everything. I don't know how to see how slowly this thing is loading. I really do not like that, honestly. So Rich Moneymaker CSA is a well-spoken J, but I don't trust the ASDs, and we are in a 3.5 year in this. In this project. We were told 5 years of projects. We would be challenging for the league. So after this summer, that's what it is. And I don't know if you've heard me say that I think we're definitely going to be challenging for the Premier League next season. And and a lot of people didn't believe that we'd win anything before now. But look, we won 2, and we're in a third semi-finals in how many months? That's actually not easy, but I'm happy, and I keep telling people it's not been perfect, but I'm not gonna, because of that, downplay the progress that we've made. So there you go, Newcastle United, Chelsea here. Wow, the blank screen. This thing is really, it drains the life. It's just some insights here that I haven't added to our own app. That's what brings me back here. Let's open our own app here. So more likes, people, more likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the conversation. All right, nice. I see something I like here. I'm testing the new chat police here, but the quota expired. So I think we should be using, but let's go back here, get some information, and I'll be waiting. If you have any questions you want to ask, put it in the chat. We'll try our best to answer the question. And remember, the rule is not to ask a difficult question. If you do, we pretend we cannot see it. So first, Newcastle United haven't kept a clean sheet in 9 games. That's a good sign for us. But yeah, numbers would say one thing, but the game isn't played on paper. It's played over 90 minutes plus added time. And Ty, nice to see you. Big up to you too. I appreciate you finding the time to join the conversation. Let's see. This here says lead. Okay, we lead the Premier League with 8 clean sheets this season. I didn't even know. I think it was yesterday that I discovered that. Honestly. Newcastle won both previous meetings with Chelsea, including a 4-1 victory last season. And the other one says Estevao will miss the trip to Newcastle with muscle problem. And we're ranked 2nd away. So I think a lot of stuff here, you could say that we're definitely winning this game. Reached their third semi-final under Enzo Maresca, beating Cardiff 3-1 in the EFL Cup. Lewis Miley stoppage time had sent Newcastle into the EFL Cup semi-final midweek. Yeah, so they won after, again, they lost the game before that one, and they won that one. So numbers say more likely a Chelsea win, but I'm not saying don't hold your. I'm just letting you know, don't hold your breath on that. The game is played over 90 minutes plus added time. Yeah, what else do we have here? They have tons of players out. Daniel Byrne until late December. Okay. Jamal early January. Valentino Livramento doubtful. Okay, he's not fully fit. Nick Pope out. Emil Kraft. So they have like how many players out here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Livramento, a fine player. He's been doing well for them, really. And for us, Mihailo Mudryk suspended, Levi Colwell, April would do know his story. Dario Isugo early January, we know that. Romeo Lavia early January also. Estevao, late December. Liam Delap shoulder injury late December. So both will be back for our next game. So let's go here. Listen, I'm going to use this, but I'm not saying go and gamble. I've put in a lot of work, a lot of research to get it to give us the most accurate prediction per game. Just because we're fans, we're not doing that for gambling. We don't condone that here. But I think it's just fun for entertainment purposes. So we put in a lot of work. So let's use Juju Predictor and see what it tells us. Tabeho, have you tried it?
No, I haven't made a prediction yet, but I've been on
Jay,
the
have you
app.
tried?
So
Yeah, he predicted 3-1 to Chelsea against Cardiff. No, 3-0, but Chelsea conceded one. But I think he needs to be a bit more fluid to consider if anything happens before the game, before kickoff. You could say factor that into the prediction process. But let's see what it says. The Juju Predictor, let's click on it and see what it says. Conducting the spirits, channeling everything it says there. It says Chelsea will win 2-0. And high chaos 610. I think that's because we have 6 players out there, have 10 players out. Data drift. Newcastle now plays Woltemade. Attacking rating dropped by minus 35%. Probability aligned, adjusted to match Poisson's score prediction. Chelsea overperforming XG 5-0. Regression risk. Newcastle face defensive crisis with Burn, Trippier, Kraft, Botman, all sidelined. And for Chelsea, we have, I think in total, 5 players now. Is that correct? Let me check. Sorry, my system is a bit slow. I have to change it. Estevao, Delap, Colwell, Esugo, and Lavia. That's accurate. And for Newcastle United, 9, not actually 10 players. So moderate is the model's confidence in the prediction. 57% of it becoming a reality. So yeah, if you haven't, go sign up to Chelsea Perspective website, www.chelseaperspective.com. Request access. I will see it. I will approve it. I want to remove the Google thing because it's causing a lot of problems. The what's it called? There's a term they use for it when they got back to me. The process takes too long. So I'll just simplify it. So go there, sign up, grant you access. You can come build a lineup, download your lineup, build a tier list, download tier list. You can also compare teams like this. I'm going to close this guy here. This is more like selling the product right now, not even, but we're still in the game, really. So I'm gonna close this guy out. Sorry, my system is a bit slow, and I didn't turn up my local server here, so that's what's slowing down. When you click on that, it does some stuff. Brings up this, shows you, compares the two teams. We use a spider graph. All these things you need to see here. Yeah, you can do that with players too. So our last 5 games, yeah, we beat them twice. Yeah, 3-2, 2-1, 1 draw, and they beat us the last 2 games. Is it 2-0 each? Is that accurate? But they beat us in their last 2 games, and I think it's accurate, really. I think I've seen it on Fort Mob. But that's by the way. So go check it out. Be sure to sign up. Let me know if you have an issue completing the sign up process. I will give you access. So to simplify the process for you, there are also news items here. I just haven't had the time to add more news items there, but I will. I like writing articles, so I think I'm going to do a lot of that. So let's go to the lineup prediction exercise. This one, a lot of fun for content creators. Taboho, you paying attention? You go to the home page, you click on lineup builder. You come to this page. No need to use it like this if you're a content creator. Then you click on maximize. Then it puts it in landscape mode like this. Then you can change these to square. Then you can change the formation to 4-2-3-1. There are preset tactics here. There's pack the boss, high press, counter attack, wing play. There's also game pressing. There's also diamond. I think there's Christmas tree. I need to add that later on. But that's by the way. Let's get it. We want to do a combined 11. I'd still go. So let me start with you, Jay. I think we have a better goalkeeper than Ben, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I think
I think
Sanchez has been one of the best keepers in the league this season, and it's evident with the stats as well. He's ranking first or second, just equal to or behind or top to Raya. I think they two are having a good competition. So it's clear
Mhm.
that Sanchez is going to start. And I think Nick Pope might be injured as well. There is speculations whether he will start against Chelsea or not.
No, Nick is injured. I think he's out.
Yeah,
Yeah, Nick Pope is injured.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Okay, so Sanchez, right?
yeah.
Let me find the opposing team. 1 second. Dang it! Why did I leave that server on? Because I was testing something. So we need to find the opponent, Newcastle United. Here you go, Newcastle United. I will prefer it. Let's go. So Robert Sanchez here. I think for UI purposes, need to just change that to the opposing team's name, not what's it called, and not opponent. So right back, I think it's still us. What do you say, Jay?
Yeah, I think
They don't have a better
is
right back than us, in my opinion.
are we debating for Reece James or Gusto?
Let's just go with Reece James. We have enough midfielders to take to, for them. You could say to slug it out against. Let's go with James and Gusto, but James definitely. We're not gonna go start plugging in Reece James in the midfield there.
Look, there's no doubt that James is one of the best, right back in the world, I think, when he's fit, and he's proved it in the last few months that he can stay fit as well. But the only problem is that he hasn't really played in that position this season a lot. He has been used as a midfielder a lot by Maresca, so that could be an argument. But he has been good in the midfield position as well. But if we're talking about overall, I think, yeah, there is no doubt that Reece James is going to be above any right back in the league, I think.
So what are you saying? James in the right back position? I said let's do it.
Yeah, because I think Caicedo and Enzo will play together, so I think James will play at the right back position against Newcastle as well. But overall as well, James for me.
I don't see what position actually are they. I don't. I have. Let's get there. Left back Kukurea. Do they have a better left back?
I mean,
Livermore, I
it's
don't think
both
he's
the
a better.
Chelsea boys, Livramento and Hall, who have both have been good
But
as
they
well.
can't
Both
measure
the
him
Chelsea.
really.
Yeah, no, not really competition.
No, not competition. So Chelsea, where is it? Kukurea. Centre backs, maybe. I'm not sure. Who do they have? Do they
I
anybody
think
from
it's
their
the
team
new
that you
guy.
think will make it in
He,
there?
I think Dan Burn plays and the new guy Thiago they play. But Thiago is new to the league. He's good, but he's new. And Dan Burn is good. He's solid as
Then
well.
then Ben is injured. Then Ben is injured.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we're
Burn
talking
is
about
injured, so
overall.
he's not gonna make it.
Are we talking about the match like tomorrow, or is it for the whole season? Who's played
For
better?
the match tomorrow, who's fit?
Then Dan Burn is injured, and we can go Chalobah and Fofana, but Fofana has been injured as well. So I'll go Chalobah for
Is
sure,
Fofana
and
injured
maybe
now?
he's not, but he has been injured for
No,
a
but
while this season.
he is available for selection. Go ahead, Jay. I'm listening.
Just a second, just a second.
Sorry, I can't hear him. Today is Fofana injured?
No, he's not injured.
Okay, maybe I didn't quite hear what he was saying. But Fafana and Chalobah, you think two of them? No, but since Burns is he's injured,
You
he can get it,
you
and the
can
other
you can
guy,
save Fofana and Thiago because we just want to mix it up, so we should be fair as well.
you're being sentimental there.
No, I think we can't.
Yeah.
If we are talking about between Fofana and Chalobah, I think Chalobah is one of the best centre backs this season in the league.
So Salah was better than Fofana.
For me, yes,
No,
because he has played more.
Fafana
No
gets
way,
into that
Chalaba.
back line. But yeah, are you
He
saying
proved
Thiago
more.
should Jay, something you explained about Thiago is that he's inexperienced in the Premier League. And if
Yeah,
you compare the two teams, actually, um, let me see if the statistics will show up. Yeah, I
that's
didn't.
that's crazy backline coach, by the way.
Yeah, it is
It's
crazy
all
back line.
Chelsea.
This isn't gonna work. I suspected it wasn't gonna work because I remember trying it out and it didn't work. So this is not gonna show us good comparison here until I fix it. But that's, by the way, yeah, that's a tight back line. Jeez. But you said Tiao over Chalova. I was gonna compare them.
I would not agree because I still think that Chalobah has been really good in the league. I think he's reliable. He's played every minute, and he has, apart from few mistakes, I think he's been really good. And Thiago has been new to the league. He's good, but I'm not sure. We can vote on it.
Jay, I don't agree with your statement saying Trevor Chalaba is better than Fofana. No way.
No, you
No,
need to
he's
listen to
not.
me. What I said is that he's played more. He has been used by Chelsea more. Fofana has not even played that much. Chalobah has been used a lot, and he has been good. He has been reliable.
So are we gonna leave Tiao there over Chalova? No. But Jay, let's hear you.
I think let's give one player to Newcastle because then it will look funny. Five players, all Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said
But we weren't.
Thiago and
Listen, we weren't. We weren't. You can say we weren't biased. Were we, Jay?
No, I don't think. I think we have compared them really well and equally. But let's go for Chalobah then. Let's vote. I'll say Fofana and Chalobah.
Yeah, because definitely something you
Fofana and Thiago.
I'll say for financial, but something Jay said that made sense to me is that this guy, he's still not fully experienced in the Premier League. Or you
Yeah,
know
So,
what?
Pedro
so
has been.
coach, where is fairness then? Why ain't you not fair?
What did you say?
We should be fair. We should mix it up, right? Because it's the both teams line up a prediction, not one team. So we can put five players at the back. Chelsea goalkeeper, two
But if we have the
fullbacks, and two
if
center
we
backs.
have the better
But
players,
Tobago,
nothing
we
wrong with
haven't
that.
done that blindly. We have compared every player.
Yeah, if we have
uh,
better players, like okay, let me do this. Since I'm still paying these guys, I don't want to stop paying them until we're done. You can say implementing everything we want to implement in our app, but it's gonna slow the system down a bit. It just doesn't make sense to say, yeah, because we have four of our players there, we should just add their own player. It just
And
doesn't make
let's
sense to me.
coach, let's be
Yeah,
realistic as well. We have the most clean sheets. We have the best defensive record with Arsenal as well. We are top two, I think. So
exactly.
why not?
So why not? So no need even trying to compare them. But off the bat, we know Chalobah has done better than him. Yeah. So yeah, if midfield area, Gumieres comes into play. Do you think he gets a chance?
I'll go with Caicedo and Guimaraes. I think Enzo has been a hit miss, hit miss. I don't think he has been good in all the games.
You say
Midfield
Caicedo
two
and
of
Gumieres.
yeah, that will be my two. If you want
I
to
think
argue anyone else.
it makes sense. Enzo Fernandez, yeah, I mean, even if you think the reason is that he's tired, it just makes sense to drop him from this one. Where is it? Gumieres. Not Joe Linton. Where is he? Midfielders, goalkeepers. I need to rearrange things here a lot. Let me see. Did you see him? And I missed him. Midfielders, Bruno Gumieres. That doesn't look like him, really. Tibero, you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So who else? 10. Palmer takes it. No, they don't even have anybody close. Cole Ice Palmer. Okay, there you go. On left hand side. Let's hear you, Tibero. Your argument. Who comes in?
Just to mix it up, I'll say Barnes.
Sorry?
Barnes.
He's injured, isn't he?
Is he?
No, I think Dan Burn is injured. Harvey Barnes is available.
Harvey Vance, isn't he
Yeah, heavy.
injured?
No, let me just check. I don't think it's in there.
And this one is probably not going to reflect that.
Harvey Barnes, there it is, on the left-hand side.
He's a workaholic.
Yeah, good player. Scores goals as well.
So he's better than our wingers on the left hand side.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. No disrespect to
Really?
Garnacho, but Barnes, I think, has been consistent.
More consistent than Garnacho. All right, hit the like button, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Let's see what we have here. Big up the collectors. Happy birthday to you. Tibero just left. If he comes back, he's going to say happy birthday to you. Fafana and Badia Shile, we need we need height against them, but this is not our 11. Oh, you thought this was the Chelsea's predicted 11? No,
And
it's a
and
combined 11.
and if height is the criteria, then I don't think we are going to win. They got monsters.
Jesus Christ, this is serious. Their physicality is their thing, and I think let me see what that says actually. Where do I compare them? Let me use this guys for
No, we can't play
now
for Fafana and
until
Barishile. No way.
yeah. Tibero,
We
what's
can't
his
play
name?
for Fafana and Barishile.
No, I don't want to see Barashila on the pitch at the moment. He's
Yeah,
not
like I said,
he's not good aerially. I don't trust him aerially. And right now he's looked so shaky. And something that he does that's been annoying to me is a lot of the half-baked passes. I don't know if you've noticed that, Jay.
Yeah, I think his passes would be one of the most intercepted. I don't think
Yeah,
it reaches. It looks like he's just brain dead and blind sometimes. It
yeah.
goes straight
It's
to the
just like
midfield as
as
well.
if he just wants to get rid of the ball. He can say avoid getting into trouble, but it doesn't matter how his teammates handles the situation. He just say, okay, you go deal with it. And he wasn't like that before. I think you could argue it's lack of confidence.
Confidence and lack of game time, obviously. He's not playing regularly as well. That could be an issue.
Jeez. Yeah, so I don't want to see him on the pitch until you can say he proves in the cup game that he's recovered fully. So not bad. We have 3 Newcastle players on the pitch right now. Not really bad, really. I didn't expect to see that much of their players on the pitch. But yeah, Bands, I like him. His you can say he's very his industry man. You can compare his industry to that of Mason Mount and
yeah,
Conor Gallagher, but still he's technically gifted. You know, he's not a basic. He's not one of those players that are you can say easy to underrate. But he's a very good player. So yeah, I have no argument against that, especially on the left hand side. So right hand side, I'd say Pedro Neto. He takes it. What do you think?
Yeah, we all agree.
Okay. Jay, do you disagree?
It's Pedro Neto, right?
Yeah, Pedro Neto. Where is he actually?
Yeah, I think no doubt he's been good both by his off the ball action, which he's always been good, but numbers has been in his favor this year, which is a big
He
advantage,
has to
getting the
be
numbers.
one of the. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I apologize.
No, no, I'm done.
Now I was going to say Neto has to be one of the most selfless players at Chelsea. You can say sacrifices the way he likes to apply himself on the pitch just to aid defensively. And I will never ever forget the way how selfless he was against PSG. I will always remember that game every time we talk about him because
Yeah,
I don't think we've
right.
talked enough about how critical he was on that day. Really, um, I like that guy honestly.
Yeah, very underrated, I think.
Very very
And
very underrated. He
the
was
criticism
the
is
The
unfair,
most
especially this year.
sorry.
Go on, Dabil.
the most hated guy at Chelsea because of Estevao.
Some people, some you can say some section of the fan base is their thing.
I won't say because of
Here's the
Estevao.
thing: football fans have a very short memory. It takes just one mistake for them to say you're a bad player and not good enough for the club.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I think he was. What were we? I think we were discussing a certain topic on that day, and that was on the panel. He had to remind us that he actually had the highest. He has the highest GA, right? On the day. So sometimes again, you need to one needs to take a step back to pay attention to numbers and not just eye test alone. Even Joao Pedro, as bad as I think he's been, or Paul maybe, as I think he's been, his numbers say yeah he's been great for us. It's not been scoring, but
Yeah, I was,
he created. No, I wouldn't say great, but he's been doing well. Go ahead, what you were saying, Tabeo.
yeah, I was just saying, where's Estevao's lawyer Banfandino? Oh my gosh, the topic won't end now.
He usually doesn't have the time a lot. The evening shows is his thing. Let's see. So number 9 position, do they have anyone better than man?
uh,
come on.
well, Tamara.
Yeah,
What's the matter? The German?
Yes.
Better than who?
Yeah. Joao Pedro.
What are
He's a
his
striker.
numbers?
Joao Pedro.
nah, coach is
You
taking
can
a
check his
piss.
numbers.
Yeah, I
Taking
think
a
we need to
piss.
check their numbers. Does he? No, but Jay, let's be honest. Let's compare. Hopefully, this. That's why one thing I don't like about this that data NBA is the grouping doesn't help.
Yeah, let's see the numbers.
Let's see what numbers tell us. What matter is the reason actually um, Juju Predictor said we're going to beat them. How'd you spell his name?
Walter Mare.
Walter.
Uh,
Nothing is
W
coming out.
O L T E.
WO.
Not A.
Yeah.
25-26 Newcastle United. And then Joao Pedro. 25. Jeez. What? 25-26 Chelsea. Okay, there you go. Okay. I mean it's more like 50-50 for them. Uh
Yeah. But in terms of contributions, Walter Mare already have 5 goals, and then Joao
he drops
Pedro
he
have 4.
drops deep a lot.
Yes, it drops deep. He goes on the sides, so it's a mobile striker.
And he has a better conversion rate.
Yeah.
Non-penalty
But I think
goals.
on the striker, you would want Voltemada as a striker because he converts chances really clinically, and he has been one of the best signings this season as well. We have argued he
Yeah,
is
I
one of
think
the
we should
reasons
pick
that Newcastle.
Watermada. I'm glad we're looking at the numbers here because eye test alone doesn't tell the whole stories. He has a better
What are the
conversion
numbers
rate,
like? Assist
a
and
lot
goals.
more non-penalty XG, a lot more non-penalty goals. It's not like Joao Pedro scored penalties for us, but yeah. So Joao Pedro, I think everything comes down to also how the players are utilized. He has a lot more expected assists down to application, not necessarily. So yeah, Waltimada, I think it makes sense to pick him for that number 9 position because if we're going by why you choose number 9s, he is good at putting the chances away. Better at putting the chances away. I wouldn't go. Mm. He scored an own goal the other day, right?
Yeah, against Sunderland.
That was
Maybe he
crazy.
thought he was scoring against the opposition. Really, that
That was a
was
wild one, and that too
that
against
was
such a
crazy. If
important
it was
match.
that good, Jay,
That was actually wild. One of
it
the most
was.
important games for Newcastle. Their arch rivals in the derby, playing after 2016, such an important occasion, and you lose by 1 goal, and that goal being such a wild own goal. And then he put that nonsensical story as well on Instagram,
He
apology,
put a
which was funny.
story
I don't. He put some funny apology. I don't know. I can't remember, but that was really funny. He was trolled for that. Like it was an apology, but it was a dumb apology. He did something funny.
like saying what? What did he say?
Can't remember specifically, but it was
But
really,
it
he was
wasn't.
getting trolled.
It wasn't a heartfelt apology.
Yeah,
Wow. But not a bad 11. This is an 11 that can beat any team in the Premier League, really. Yeah, not bad, Reece James, but I was still, you know, yeah, no, Reece James takes it over. Uh, I mean, anytime, any day, better defender than Malo Gusto at the moment. Maybe I'm not being fair there, but yeah, I'd have to pay attention to numbers too to conclude objectively. From Gumieres, yeah, I do remember. Yeah,
Yeah, but it was a deflection shot, so he was lucky as
yeah,
well.
that helped. It's also yeah. Badiashile used to be good aerially, but he hasn't been the same since that injury he had last season. His passes reminds me of us. Well, I took all the time, I wasted my energy reading that because I thought you were going to say something important. Put some respect on him. He's a good player, but he's not there right now. Honestly, I think we're going to go back to news hunting. I've used up all the quota, so Google shut down the connection that I use with the app. The other app we're building to help police the chat. So they probably need to pay them to give us more quota. But that's by the way. We'll find a solution to that. What else do we have here? Nothing. So news hunting time. And we've compared the team. Let's see what matter if I see his numbers. Okay. This doesn't get opposition statistics. So something else I need to work on. I've gotten a few feedback from some users. Let's see. Let's go news hunting and then call it a day. And if you have any questions, put it in the chat. I will try to address it. Once again, you know the rule. Do not ask a difficult question. If you do, we will pretend we cannot see it. Okay. So anything else you guys want us to talk about before this thing? It takes a while before it loads. It
Yeah,
refreshes. So, yeah.
I've saw Medlaw news yesterday talk about Chelsea potentially going for a midfielder in the summer transfer window. We're linked to Wharton and who's that name? Wharton and who? Kubamino, right?
Kobe Mainu, yeah.
So yeah,
The mice. I mean, that is so Chelsea to eventually sign Kobe Mainu,
yeah. For me
and I like
personally,
it.
in terms of those two, in terms of financially, I'll go for Kobe Mino because it's not getting more game time in Manchester United, and clearly if the coach leaves or the coach stays next season, he most definitely leaves. So he might be more cheaper. In terms of Wharton, it's going to be more expensive because Crystal Palace, you don't get their players for peanuts. They're always expensive, and he's a regular starter. So I'll take that. But again, I like Anderson of Forest, man. I like that kid.
Yeah, and Chelsea signing Kobe Marino is the most Chelsea thing ever. But it looks like they're trying to make amends. Him and the manager, he played their last game, and he wasn't bad either. Um, Probably you could argue down to pressure from former Manchester United players who are speaking up publicly. That includes Nicky Butt and also Paul Scholes. They're questioning why he isn't playing, and I think Amarim, you could argue he seemed to be that sort of manager like Mourinho, that once he comes into the dressing room, he wants to prove to everybody that yeah, he's the main guy. And if he senses, I'm not sure if it's not okay with the way you carry yourself, you're in trouble. For me, that's how I see it. Because yeah, he fell out with what's his name, had a falling out with Garnacho, and he was actually busy making public statements about the players. Kobe Mainu, the same thing. There are a few of them are actually, in my opinion. So maybe he's under pressure to start playing the kid, or probably they know the kid will eventually leave. Maybe the hierarchy they've told him, look, even if you don't want him, keep playing him. We don't want Chelsea to come say pay to come and pay peanuts for him. But the kid, probably, yeah. I think he ends up at Chelsea. I prefer Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle United. He would be a perfect competition for to Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. I don't think we need Guimaraes at Chelsea. I think we have numbers there, really. We have good players
Yeah,
there. Just
it's
for them
so
to be
sad.
fit. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's so sad that we don't have Darius Sugo and Rumi Lavia to rest Enzo and Moses Caicedo a lot. But again, this
Unfortunately,
football,
yeah.
yeah, injuries happen. So, but again, if you get a midfielder, for me personally, uh, I would like us to get a creative midfielder. Like for example, Enzo is a creative midfielder. He can play deep nine, but again, he can play 10. So I would like that kind of
But Enzo is
midfielder. No,
traditionally a deep line playmaker. He's not a 10.
yeah,
Here's
yeah,
the
it's
thing.
not a 10.
I get it. These days he gets goals because yeah, he crashes the box.
Yeah,
Enzo, in my opinion, the more he sees the pitch, the more effective it be. Which means the deeper he plays, the more effective it be. But then I think the concern is you can say the defensive aspect of his game is the reason why you can argue Enzo Maresca doesn't want to risk playing him that deep. But even in his new role, he's been brilliant at fulfilling the role. It's just that, yeah, he's looked used, tired, if that's the language you prefer. But go ahead with what you were saying. Sorry.
yeah, it's all I'm saying that if we want a midfielder, I would like us to get a creative midfielder. But again, I will have to do my research and have a particular name that I think will do well at Chelsea. At the moment, yes, we've been linked to Keith Smith from the Dutch division. I think he's 20 years or 19 years old. So again, he's a good profile, but again, he's still young as well. So it will take time to develop. That's the issue I'm having at the moment. That if we get him, he's a good player, but again, we have to say, oh, he needs time to adjust. And I don't want that anymore at Chelsea. Buy young players that is ready, then I'll be happy.
Good luck with that. So we have
Yeah,
so
Todd Boy's lawyer. It's okay.
I'm not look no no no. I'm not defending anybody because I know already what's not possible. I know they're not going to change their path, for lack of a more relatable term, and I'm not going to stress myself questioning the decisions they make. I don't think we need we do. I don't think we actually need to make a lot of changes. I think the question we're just concerned right now because we've hit some snacks here and there. You can say we struggled a bit of late. That has led to people questioning the recruitment process. I think for me, as much as I love Maresca and I'm one of his biggest fans, I think what he needs to do is just balance out the two 11s. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. I've said this 1,000 times. Balance it out. Don't you can say
But
fu- don't punish them in a manner that one will be unfairly better than the other. Practically, people will look at them and say that's the first 11 and that's the second 11. He's making it difficult to win certain games. You can balance it out, but still have some of your best players on the bench during games that, if need be, you bring them on to help you win the games. But go ahead, what you were saying.
yeah, but you can agree that every coach, right, have his, or maybe I'll say 15 or 16 best players, and the other ones are squad players. So as much as you want rotations and balance the 11 won't be balanced because the other players are squad players. So that's the thing we're having at the moment.
But wouldn't he be better of balancing it out?
Yeah, that I agree.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's the argument I'm making. And his thing, I like him, and I will never give up on him. He's proven that he's an excellent tactician. He's proven that he's not one dimensional or one trick pony like a lot of people have called him in the past. And I know he can only get better. And I like his honesty. I like the fact that whenever he makes, or again on occasions when he's made mistakes, he's come out openly and takes responsibility. Doesn't say you can say try to finger point or anything. But that's by the way. This particular news here reads: Roma chief Ricky Massara has made an approach to Chelsea in the last 48 hours for Axel de Ceci. And I've talked about this. This guy, he's lost weight. He used to be bigger than this, and you could argue that's down to not necessarily because he's been training hard. That's down to the fact that the situation is worrying for him, mentally worrying. Because when you find yourself in such situation, irrespective of how much food you eat daily, you lose a lot of weight. But that's by the way. I want him to go and do well. I mean, it didn't take Einstein for me to realize that, he probably most definitely would be on the chopping list. Why? Because, he makes silly mistakes under the slightest of pressures. Uh, and you can. That's not acceptable at the highest level in football. But unfortunately, it is what it is. I wish him well. And we could actually, if I think if we reintegrate him, he still do well. Like this game against Newcastle United, he'd do well. Just don't, you could say, play in a manner that he'd need to control the ball. You could say, stay composed and find his teammates. Yeah. But let's see. I have my brew in the house. I've been meaning to actually send you a message and see how you're doing, but every time I forgot. But you know what? I saw you. You sent me a message on X, and it wasn't a message that I like, so I decided, you know what, the heck with it. I'm not saying hello to you. I prefer Bruno Guimaraes. I think I've read that one too. Well said, Tobias Tosin. Vadia disaster. Go away. Bonjour, Kashila. Bonjour. Mademoiselle is to a woman. Bonjour to a man. How'd you say that? Bonjour, Vic. Maybe that works. Viva Maresca. Of course, I was never concerned. Yes, let's see. Also, Kachila deserves a credit. Okay, I'm not reading that. I don't want to read you praising me. And Viva, and that's Rosie 7W. Nice to see you. Thank you for finding the time to join the conversation. I do hope you're doing well. And once again, be sure to go sign up. www.chelseaperspective.com. Join the prediction league. If you win at the end of December, you win a customized Chelsea thought kit. That's the thought kit with your name on the back. I think Dante is leading that right now with 3 points. I have 1 point. Jay have one. Who else? I think there are 4 people there. IB is part of it. He has 1.2. So go join. Let's see what else we have here. I do know it means hello. The question I was asking, how do you say it to a man? If that makes sense. So Axel, this is CJ. Anything you want to say? I wish him well. I wanted him to succeed at Chelsea, but the moment I heard that Maresca would be our next manager, I knew that was it for him.
What? Where is he going?
Not going anywhere yet. But says Roma's is it president? Roma's chief, Ricky Massara, has made an approach to Chelsea in the last 48 hours for Axel to see. I think he would do well
What
in Italy.
is that? What is that source? That rich money maker source, man. That's it now.
Yes. Let me see here. Is it Rich Moneymaker says tutto Juve Marcato? And
I mean, it's
Marcato.
random. That's why I said I haven't heard about it.
Enzo Maresca message to the fans today, just to continue to support the team in the way they have done and trust the process from the team, from the club, from everyone. Good to hear. So if you have any questions, as we are news hunting, put it in the chat and we will try to address it. But you just have to remember, do not ask any difficult questions. If you do, we'll pretend we cannot see it. Give me 1 second here. Let me take care of something here. Futuring at the big. And I think I still owe him a collaboration link. I'll check. If that's the case, let me know. So please go to www.chelseaperspective.com. Request access to the web app. A lot of fun. Create tier list, download it, create your lineup that you like, download it and share to X, change it to formations, everything. A lot of fun, really. But you need to go see. You can compare teams. All right, that's by the way. What else do we have here? This is C would do well at the mid-table Premier League club like Leeds United, Nottingham Forest. I think if teams that you could say that play in a traditional manner don't you can say not focused on playing out from the back and keeping the ball even under the greatest of pressure. He made a few mistakes actually at Aston Villa, right? Didn't he, Tavell?
Yeah, but again, he was being played as a right back as well, so I think that was unfair to him.
But even at that, even if he wasn't played at the right back, he makes a lot of mistakes, really. All right, let's see. Jay joins the chat to ask a question. Who's starting in the 10? Usually, I think they'll be occupying 2 pockets. I think we'd see them operate as 2 10s. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tebejo.
Yeah, I can see that as well. I see them playing as a 2-10.
It's not a case of one individual occupying last space, and sometimes you question: are we even using a 10? Because the system, the application in that front area, almost always fluid, not static at all. So yeah, both, and I think the availability of Cole Palmer makes a difference. I think that's something we should talk about. Actually, guys, do you think Pep would have done us good as Maresca at Chelsea? In all honesty, this is an excellent question. I'd say no. Pep is used to working with ready-made players. He wouldn't. The truth remains, he wouldn't even accept the job in the first place. He will not, and I would swear he would not. So he's an excellent tactician. He's excellent manager, innovative. but the truth remains he wouldn't have accepted the Chelsea job. So I don't think he'd do as well as Enzo Maresca. But Tabitha, let's hear your thoughts on that. And I'm not going to change. Nobody can get me to say otherwise. Even I think Hansi Flick would do better with our squad than Pep. But go ahead,
Mm. I
Tabitha.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think Pep Guardiola will do well with our squad because you have a lot of players that we need to develop and still get the results. And Pep Guardiola, like you said, is used to get ready-made players. You saw when he came to Manchester City, he was struggling because of the players that he didn't like, and then they couldn't adjust to his system, so they had to spend almost 500 million to get defenders alone until they get it right. So clearly, this guy wants ready-made players.
Yeah, with Pep, the players you sign for him, they have to be plug and play. Yeah. He's not into you say he's not into giving players that much of time. If you start struggling, chances are you're gone. Let me see, what have I done here? Am I logged into just give me 1 second here. Go ahead, Tabuga. I need to sort out something quickly. I'm not seeing my stats quickly. But go ahead. If you have any other questions, drop in the chat. Would it be interesting to address it? I think I did see something that I wanted us to address. I agree with Kuchila, Hansi Flick. Yeah, he would do a lot better than what is this? Did Dante hack me from home?
Yeah, even he hacked Jay. You can see Jay is being hacked by Dante.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure why this is like this. Am I logged into multiple accounts? I'm not seeing my screen here. That's usually what causes that sort of problem. But I just need to see it to be seeing the statistics. Probably not gonna happen.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not sure. Go
talk
ahead.
about Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick, man. I like the coach. My biggest concern is that he's playing his high line is so risky, just like uh, Ange or a former Spurs coach. You can't do that against Premier League clubs. They're going to hurt you. So
He
that's the
doesn't
issue
even
I
know how to
mean.
play differently.
Yeah,
He doesn't know how to play differently. It's the same way, the same approach. And I think some it works, but usually before you get your team to play consistently in that manner and not get exposed, it takes a while. I think he's a big believer in his preferred approach, but he needs it takes time for you. You need a lot of time to drill your team to play in a particular manner that you're not concerned that, irrespective of the fact that yeah, your approach is predictable on a sub. You could say to a considerable measure, you'd still get result. It's just like Pep, you know what, he drills his team so well, and he's equipped with, you can say, he has within his ranks players that are good at playing the way he wants. You'd know how they were going to play, but still you'd find it difficult to stop them. I think Hansi Flick is that sort of manager. He needs time. Eventually that Barcelona team will become, you could say, even more 10 times better if given the time. But go ahead, what you were saying today. Sorry.
yeah. I was just saying that him in the Premier League is going to get exposed because the goals that Barcelona are giving away, even in the La Liga division, they are similar because of that headline. They're always being exposed. But the good thing is that they have quality attackers. They're creating a lot of chances, and they end up winning 4-2, 5-1. Those kind of things, those crazy scores every game. So it's hard for them to keep clean sheets.
Yeah, it's hard. And the truth remains that you cannot outscore every opposition. But Flick doesn't care really. Doesn't play differently. And it's as if we knew before that game, Chelsea fans were screaming, bring that highlight to Stamford Bridge. Even though they were a bit cautious on the day, still didn't work for them. Um, Unfortunately, really. But La Liga, he still do well. But in the Premier League, he will struggle, except if he changes really. Um, Let's see. Hansi Flick plays high line football. That's my only issue. Hansi Flick would struggle a little bit. Not a little bit. He would struggle a lot in the Premier League. He doesn't know how to play differently, and that's a huge problem. Which means it take him a lot of time to drill his players to play the way they want to play. And even though you know how they're gonna play, you're not gonna be able to stop them. Jay, I don't know if you have anything to add to that. I think we just have to scroll down. Maresca asking the fans to continue supporting the team. Pep Guardiola just said that they are not at the level required to win the title. I know why Vince. I know why Vince picked this. I think Man City probably looks like the most likely team to win the title this season. Um, mm,
He
I'm not
he has
sure
a
what else
habit.
to say, but let's hear you, Jay.
No, Pep has a habit of downplaying things. He will gaslight other managers, other clubs, downplay his own club, and then end up winning trebles. He's that sort of a guy.
I think I agree with you. I've never heard him say, "We're in it. We're definitely winning it." He hardly ever says that.
Yeah, I think he was gaslighting Potter into his cousin brother, Graham Potter. That time I knew he's just doing this madness.
That was
Yeah,
hilarious, bro.
yeah, that we knew that he doesn't read grandpa. He was laughing at us.
But we knew he didn't rate him, but listen, I don't see any manager that you ask about his fellow manager that say, yeah, he's SHIT, just fire him. They will always find a way to say something. They say maybe deviate, or you can say not answer your question directly. They could say something like, this is a very the managerial job is one job that you can be praised today and tomorrow you lose your job. Managers need time. They find a way to dodge the question. But in this case, he went to the measure of praising Graham Potter, and I couldn't believe it because that was when we knew he's laughing at him. But my word, Pep is a funny man, really. Should we mention that Sanchez has performed pretty good this season? Do we still need to buy a replacement if he continues to improve? Houston, hey, the best way to see it is not to see any goalkeeper purchase as a replacement. I think even he will welcome competition because what's his name? Jorgensen is in that competition as good as I believe he'd become, but right now he's not in that competition. Why? I just go with one thing I've observed. He will be doing well, but once he's on the pitch and it happens that he's there in place of Sanchez, he does come across as nervous and doesn't do well. But when you can say it's a competition where the fans know and he knows it's his own. That Sanchez, the manager, will never. You can say select Sanchez to guard the sticks for us, and he does really, really well. Just like he did in the Conference League throughout the competition, and especially in the final, he was brilliant. So yeah, but my point is, I digress. My point is signing another goalkeeper, a very good goalkeeper, would be good for Sanchez. Competition, yeah, like someone like Mike Mayo, if he agrees to come and he knows he's not coming to just to become the number one, and Sanchez automatically becoming the number two. He'd know that he has to he has to compete against him to prove that he should be the starting goalkeeper, or both can actually share minutes. But Sanchez, he's proven that he's excellent. And I remember when we realized that he's improved, I think the first thing we observed is his high claim numbers improved, which led to us being able to deal with set piece situations effectively. He's improved in terms of commanding his 18-yard box. He does that really, really well. And he puts his body in the way that if you risk a lot, you get hurt. And the referees, they're obliged to protect goalkeepers except when it's a blatant foul. So we realize that he's improved. And we also again, when people were still questioning why we didn't sign Mike Mayer and all that, and I think the manager during one of his pressers was asked what he, again, I think something to the effect of whether he trusts Robert Sanchez, and he responded by saying, "Yeah, he trusts him. That's because he'd earn you a lot more points than he'd lose." And when I heard that, I took a step back and paid attention to the fact that, yeah, we've been complaining about him, but nobody actually has taken the time to compare the ratio of the points he earned us and the one he's lost us. I get it. At some point, there was a time he was making a lot of mistakes, and at this level, you don't make too many mistakes. Too many mistakes from a goalkeeper isn't acceptable. But he's improved significantly. Even on the ball, actually, he's looked calm now, very calm these days. He looks very calm these days on the ball, and his distribution has also improved. I don't know. Anybody else want to add to that?
Um, I think on the point of competition, I think Magnan one is a little bit less realistically because at the stage of his career, the age he is at, and after playing so many years at Europe, I don't think he will accept to be the number two at any club. So I don't think that's realistic. I think Mike Penders, is a better competition. I know he's very young, but he's performing really well as well. So he has the capacity to challenge Sanchez for that number one spot. So I think Penders is enough of the competition that Sanchez requires. Magnon could be good, but he's not going to accept the number two position at this stage of his career.
Before I go to the bill, if you remember how we were waxing Atleticos about uh, Petrovic, League One, it was Dante that mentioned the pace of the league makes a huge difference, and you can say Petrovic's performance in the Premier League, you could argue to a considerable measure justifies that argument. And once Dante started mentioning the pace of the league compared to that of the Premier League, I took a step back and realized chances are he might not actually be as good in the Premier League. And it turns out Dante was right, in my opinion, because he struggled in the Premier League. And he's not as good with his feet, irrespective of what anybody is saying right now. At Strasbourg, they keep it as simple as possible, and all short, a lot of short passes. He did good, but before he returned to the Premier League, I realized, yeah, he isn't the guy. And my word, he wanted to be guaranteed the number one spot, which was why we said, Felicia, we're not doing that. Just buy. But don't you think the pace of the pace of the league makes a difference? So I don't think we can say for certain that Penders will be um, the better competition for Sanchez than Mayor, because Heston, we shouldn't just say, yeah, he is, because the pace of the league makes a huge difference. But let's hear you.
Um, I think you're right. I think Petrovic has not been the guy that we thought he would be. He has some good matches, but he has some disastrous one. I think the United and Bournemouth 4-4 match that happened, I think he was bad, really, really bad in that match. And there has been a few matches. So yeah, it was a big, misjudgment by a lot of us in judging him. And I think the difference in pace in League One and Premier League could be a big factor as well. But remember, Penders is not coming here to be the number one straight away. He's going to be the number two. He's going to play in the, leagues as well, the cup competitions, and I think that will be a learning curve for him as well. He will learn a lot from Sanchez and the coaches in the training, and he's not going to. We don't want Sanchez to be replaced at such level. If he continues till the end of the season, if Sanchez continues this level till the end of the season, I think you don't really want a guy that should displace him from that number one position. And Penders could be that level, which will gradually replace him after maybe 1 or 2 seasons. And yeah, that's more realistic to me. I would welcome Magnon in a heartbeat, but he's not coming. Let's be real. He's just not accepting being starting as a number two. And in the form that Sanchez is, I think it will be hard for Magnon to replace him.
Yeah, in all honesty, um, listen, he's equipped. He has all the attributes that if he continues in the trajectory that he's on right now, I think he'd become a lot better. But I'd rather him spend one more season at Strasbourg than come back to
Yeah,
Chelsea and not be starting, you can say, games that really matter and improve very well. I'd rather him spend one more season then. And because he if he remains at Strasbourg, he'll still be their number one. But if he comes back, there's no guarantee he gets enough game time to continue developing because he's still very young. Yeah, I
yeah,
don't.
I agree.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Tabeho.
Yeah, I agree. I said at the same time, he needs to play next season again for Strasbourg just to further his development. And in terms of Sanchez, I think the issues that we had with him at Chelsea was not of his short stopper or a ball distribution. The issue that we had, well, he had a bosom moment every time he do mistakes. But now it seems like he reduced those mistakes, and we are seeing a quality goalkeeper. So if you continue doing in that way, I think Chelsea fans won't complain.
Yeah. See, anybody else has any other questions? We'll be rounding off soon. We've been streaming for 2 hours, 24 seconds, and it doesn't look like there's anything new to talk about here, and nothing new has emerged. So, Pep, we've read that Pep Guardiola on exit rumors, and we heard he wasn't going to address that, actually, he told. Eddie Howe comment, I think we've read that. Do I need to refresh this again? What did I do? Okay, I don't care about Nick Cristiano Ronaldo joining the case of Fast and Furious movie. Nothing. Maybe I need to refresh this. Tibeho, have you tried the lineup builder?
No, I'm going to the app as soon as we are done now.
Okay. Let's see. And the Spanish guy says his son's birthday is tomorrow. He'll be, did he say that? What did he say? Let me see. What did he say? Spanish coconut. Your name is funny. All right, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not looking for reason to pop a balloon here. It goes dark. My system is really. I think I'm gonna switch it up, not stop using the server on it. It just doesn't help. Tabo, anything else you want us to talk about? Yeah, I think we should. I'm just gonna check Vincent's timeline now one more time. And my boss, one more time, but happy birthday to you. But I'm not popping balloon anymore. My server is on, so if I try to pop balloon again, my system is gonna freeze. Yeah, go ahead. Uh huh. So maybe the question is wrong. Okay, because the way I programmed that is for it to generate it automatically. Maybe I didn't read it. I was supposed to. I was supposed to actually edit it, but probably in a rush felt like the answers are correct. So, but I'm gonna check it again and correct it.
Yeah,
And I think
that basically effed
I
up.
need to give more power to more people to help me handle some stuff. I can handle everything myself. Go ahead. You were
Yeah.
saying something.
No, nothing. That basically effed up my 10 out of 10.
Okay, I think it happened to Dante too. I haven't actually taken that quiz. I created it, but I haven't taken it. Um, no worries. Anything else? I don't think there's anything. Nothing new has emerged here. I think we should just call it a day. I'm tired myself, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. And happy birthday, my best.
Mabas, do you hear it? Did you hear that? So Tibet finally said happy birthday to you. Jay, anything else, or should we call it a day?
No, I think we're pretty much done. I would request Abigo, or I just want to ask him, is there a crash out if we don't beat Newcastle? I love his crash outs on the timeline.
Crash outs? Well, can you, maybe I don't.
Well, he crash out like he goes wild.
The
He wants
fans?
everyone out. This out, that out. I love
Oh,
Abigo's timeline.
Actually, tomorrow I won't be able to watch the game because my partner she said tomorrow we need to go somewhere, and then she'll make sure that tomorrow I won't be home early, so I won't be able to watch the game.
Dang it, no entertainment. Anyways, enjoyment.
all right, we'll see. All right, I want to say thank you to all of you for finding the time to be part of the conversation. Thank you to Mabasta05. Thank you to Spanish Cockney. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Who else was here? And Vic, my bro, was here. Thank you. Vic Shank was here. And on the panel, I have Tebe Hood. And also I have Jay, my bro, on the panel with me. Who else was here? Rosie. And if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And cheers.
Take care.
Cheers.
Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. New knock with every chant and roar. We rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the world all hearts open wide. From Stamford Bridge to our voices to the light. We long for the team stand strong by our side.
Every challenge we will never ignore. In unity we trust. Our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines. Bright lights up the skies. And if a cowboy said, for real does, and then with a love this storm, every phone says to bed, and there was a strife. How you, my heart, keep the blue fading fires like we soar. Through every challenge we will never ignore. In unity we trust. Our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines. Bright lights up the sky. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shed and crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Ritz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew. Born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue, through the silence and the roar. Still blue, even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shed and crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Ritz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew. Born for this, I'm still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer.